Hello, welcome to today's video. We are going to be jumping way to pages 15. Okay, so on page 15, we're going to be learning about using the left hand. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing with our left hand position is naming or numbering our fingers. Take your hand and face it towards you. Okay, so the palm is facing to your face. The thumb, where you don't give a number. We're going to start with the first index finger. Let's shake the finger as we say the number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go backwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you say those finger numbers to me? I'm going to shake it and I want you to say it. Good job. Thank you. Okay, let's continue in our book. It says here when we place our fingers, we have to place our hand so the thumb rests comfortably in the middle of the back. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the strap for a moment. When placing the thumb should be placed right there on the back of the neck. Just like that. Not up here, not way down here, but just somewhere in the middle. The middle is where the thumb should rest. Let's practice. Let's move the strap out of the way for a moment. Practice placing your thumb just back there in the middle, like that. So when you place the thumb in the back, the fingers should be resting just like this underneath the neck. If your hand is like this, that's way too down. If it's like this, it's way too up. But try to rest it just under the neck. Notice that all of my fingers, all 4 fingers, are in line with the neck. Place it like that. Okay, hold it, just like you're trying to hold the guitar neck. Then, with the thumb still behind, go ahead and open up your fingers, and let's put finger number 1 right there with fret number 1. This one right here on string A is fret number 1, from the nut to the first fret wire. Take a look here. It says, like gently squeezing a ball between your finger and the thumb, like you're doing this. See how I'm just pressing them together like that? Press them together, but let's do it with the fret and the back of the neck. It says here, when you press a string with your left hand finger, make sure you press firmly with the tip of your finger and as close to the fret wire as you can without being on top of it. So what that means is with our thumb behind, you place your finger 1 on top of the string, pressing it down, and you see how close I am to that fret wire right there? I don't want to be on top of it. I don't want to be way over here or in the middle, but try to be as close to it as possible. Remember, like you're pressing a ball together with your finger and your thumb, press it down just like that. And if it's too loose, it's going to sound muted. But if you hold it down tightly, it makes a sound. It sounded like this before. Excuse me, it sounded like this before. When we press it down, it changes. Try that with me. Let's use the pick. So let's do open, 1, open, 1, open, 1, open, 1. Now let's try the pressure onto the string. Just holding the finger there, touching it. If we pluck the string, we hear it mute. But if we pressure, it makes a sound. Mute, pressure, mute, pressure, mute. Now let's do open, down, open, down, open, down, open, down, just like that. Okay, notice here are a few pictures of the wrong way to hold it. If we're way over here, that's too far. If it's on top, nope. But if it's right on top, right there next to the wire, you're just right. Take a look there at the bottom. How to read chord diagrams. So we see the fret like this, with all 4 strings in this order. When we have these circles on top of the nut, it means those strings are not to be pressed down with the finger on the left hand. But if you see a circle with a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4 on top of a fret, it means that finger number, 1, presses down on that fret. So if it says 1, you press down and you pluck that string. Let's try strumming with our thumb. Let's try strumming with our nails. And now let's try strumming with our pick. Okay? Bring down finger number 2 on fret 2. Bring down finger number 3 on 3. Moving over to the next couple of pages, 16 and 17 brings us to our first chord on the ukulele. We're not going to hold down 1, not 2, but we're actually going to hold down 3 on fret 3. See, the open strings for G, C, good cows eat. On string A, there's a 3 over the 3rd fret. Bring it down like this next to the wire with your thumb right behind. As you hold it down, let's pluck that string to listen to what it sounds like. You can also use your pick. And now we're going to strum all 4 strings open. It says here, strum the 4-string C chord on each quarter note / Each of those quarter notes is 1 beat. Make sure your strums are even and count aloud as you play. Here we go, let's read. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's now use the pick, and we're gonna read the words. Strum, strum, strum the 3-string C chord. And now let's use our thumb flash. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that it's nice and tight. If it's too loose, it's gonna sound muted like that. So keep it nice and tight. Aren't you glad we finally learned a chord? The C chord is the very first one. On page number 17, we have an activity, chord diagrams. It says here, when reading a chord diagram, like that one, you will see exactly where to put your fingers. Each vertical line represents one of the 4 strings of the ukulele. From left to right, 4, 3, 2, 1, an open little circle above the nut and the string means it is played open like that without pressing down on the string. And of course, a circled number on a string shows you which finger to use and where to place it on the string, which is 3, right there for C chord. Okay, now we have here some spaces. It says here, write the letter C, trace it first, and then let's write it 2 more times. For this one, trace the circles to show that they are open. And then for this one, let's go ahead and draw a C in there and kind of shade it in a bit. And then this one here, you have to make it look like that one. Can you make this chord diagram look like that one? When you're done, make sure to take a photo and send it to me on Tenar. Okay, once more, C chord is the thumb behind, pressing, and is the finger holding down just to the right of, just to the left of the fret wire. Keep your fingers straight, not like this, not angled, but right underneath when holding. Also, try to keep your wrist nice and straight. Just like that. Don't bend, don't do this, but keep it nice and straight. And that makes for comfortable ukulele playing. All right, let's practice that, and we will see you at next lesson. Bye-bye.